Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy G Bush coming to you live from the Barbershop, giving you another Browns recap. And, you know, you probably expect me to come on here and give you the Baker Mayfield situation, talk about his debut, and be all prognosticator and give you how he did. You expect me to say, how did Hugh Jackson do? Did he squander another lead? Did the defense not finally step up and do what they needed to do to get a stop? Did, Baker Mayfield have 4 or 5 turnovers as a rookie, and is that too much? Did Hollywood Higgins and especially Antonio Callaway, a.k.a. No Hands McGee, a.k.a. prosthetic thumbs, a.k.a. Mr. My forearms got atrophy in it, a.k.a. I got a handful of pinky fingers, drops too many balls. David Njoku is a joker because I can't catch a cold or a ball. You expect me to come in here and do all that. And usually I would. But today I'm not even going to get into that because we know all that and whatever, they might get better next week because everybody's young and no one's here to hear about that. But what I'm here to get into is the situation that's going on with the blatantly honest travesty that just went down. The NFL got a problem. And I've never been a conspiracy theorist, man. I'm not going to get on here and be all conspiracy theory, and call this a right-wing, a left-wing orchestrated NFL coup that's being sponsored by the Democrats and Hillary and Bill Clinton, and that is paid for by liberal magazines, and that this is just some sort of conspiracy. No, I'm not going to do that. You got other people to do that for you. But what I am going to give you is that the NFL got an issue and they got a problem. The perception is going to start looking like that y'all's outcome of these football games is starting to look kind of faulty when you put that magnifying glass up. It might be starting to look like that something's going on fishy here with all of these phantom calls, all of these phantom penalties, all of these just random stuff out of the blue. Everybody saw the game. The Browns had that game in hand. It was 5-minute offense. You turning the ball, handing it over to your running backs, and we running the clock out. We go, we hand the ball off, we do what we supposed to do. We put the ball in the hands of the cats we supposed to do, and we ran the ball 3 times, and we got a first down. All of a sudden, they want to throw a challenge rag. Okay, let's go look at it. Everybody knows that it got to be inconclusive evidence. It has to be without a shadow of a doubt that you overturn spot challenges. Spot challenges and spot rulings in the NFL never get overturned because you got to have conclusive evidence. You got to have concrete evidence. So if it's a ruling that it's a first down, you got to have airtight video evidence that it was contrary to the call on the field. These guys go in the booth knowing good and well that the Raiders don't have timeouts, that the Raiders are 1 play away from getting a bunch of series of knees, and they ready to go to the locker room and eating Jimmy John subs and deciding what they're going to do for dinner because the game is cooked. The goose is cooked. The game's over. So as the NFL and referees, how could you legitimately feel that it's okay and arbitrarily feel that it's cool to decide a game on the field? Because at the end of the day, that's beginning to happen. Like, you can miss me with all the, G. Bush, there was other plays that could have been made during the duration of the game, which could have changed the outcome. You never lose on one play. You never lose on one bad call. You had an opportunity to change that situation. BS. You people's the excuse makers of the world. No. Yes, one player counts. Yes, one mistake in your life can count. Yes, one call can cause you to lose a game when it was in hand. These guys on the other side of the field is professionals too. So don't act like they ain't going to be able to make no plays. It's going to come down to 1 or 2 plays here or there in the NFL. Every single game does. So if a referee really blows those small plays or the plays that determine the outcome because the margin of error and the parity between the teams is non-existent, yes, them calls is going to cause you to lose games. Because the league is that competitive. So if it comes down to 1 or 2 plays and the refs blow that call, guess what? He did cost you the game. So don't miss me with that. But here's the point. I ain't got a problem if you beat me. If you beat me hand-to-hand combat and you do that on the field of play and that's what you do and you got an opportunity to come out here and beat me, I'll shake your hand, bro, in the middle of the field and say, you was a better man today. I'll shake your hand. You know what I'm saying? And say, big up to him. They just came out and they kicked my ass today. You know what? They came out and executed today. You know what? That's a better team right now. We'll see them later. But I got an issue with when the game is over for a referee to insert himself in a game to cause the outcome of the game to be changed. That game is over. And a referee decides that I'm gonna overturn it. The announcers that's covering the game is like, oh, this game's over. That's definitely a first down. We ready to pack up, get the teleprompter ready, and let's get the heck up out of here. I got places to be. The replay official in New York says, oh, there's no evidence that he's down. This is a play on. Browns are gonna run this clock out. All of a sudden, this guy walks out of the booth and said, oh, yeah, his elbow was down. Yeah, we going to change the spot on this. On a spot foul? That's the stuff I'm talking about, man. When stuff start happening like that, people's going to start questioning your integrity or the outcomes of your game, league. That's just all cut and dry and clear. People going to start questioning this. Like, what are we really doing here? Because obviously you giving referees reign to be in the game. Like holding penalties, sure, go ahead. Pass interference, sure, go ahead, bro. Them is opinion based. That's all under the perspective of the referee, and that's how he interprets the letter of the law when it comes to holding and when it comes to pass interference. But when you're talking about a spot foul, anybody who's ever played football, anybody who's ever been in the league, anybody who's ever done anything with the league understands you can't change a spot foul call when a game is over in the balance. You trying to look like you got a gambling ring going on. You trying to look like the mafia and the fix is in. Like, what are you doing? Like, what is the league competition committee doing? Like, this is what we talking about. And so instead of me getting on here talking about the X's and O's and talking about what the Browns can do to improve and talking about, you know, what some of the mistakes and good points, high points, low points, and where do we look forward to next week, I got to sit up here and talk about why a dumb referee decided that it was cool to decide the outcome of the game. And that's what we're doing right now. And it's not just happening with the Browns. It's happening all over the league.